So the most important piece of advice I could offer people coming from this industry is to be curious, to reach out, to ask questions, to learn about others, to learn about other positions, and do what they can to learn new opportunities. I started in Durham, North Carolina. I was born in Durham. Moved to Washington, D.C. when my father joined the Foreign Service. So I spent the next 8 years in Africa. Grew up in Uganda, Nigeria, and Liberia. It's been a very important part of my life. Started my college career in Boston, went to Harvard, and started my career at an international law firm in New York City. After that, I joined Telemundo Group, which was a Spanish language television network. And because I had that background, I had the opportunity to join Hard Rock Cafe. After that, I spent a couple of years in private practice in Orlando, representing entertainment and hospitality companies. And my biggest client soon became Darden Restaurants. When I had been at Darden about 11 years, Red Lobster was sold to private equity. And I had the chance to go over to Red Lobster's general counsel. Red Lobster was sold from private equity to an international consortium. And after 2 years under that leadership, I got promoted to Chief Executive Officer last year and retired from that role earlier this year. My whole time in that hospitality industry has been fantastic, but Red Lobster in particular is really known for special occasions. People go to Red Lobster to celebrate birthdays and anniversaries and graduations, and people have such fond memories of those experiences. So feeling like you're a part of that, of giving people something memorable for their special occasions, I've always found particularly rewarding.
Part of what makes Horace so successful is that everybody trusts him, and trusts him for good reason. He's constantly trying to do the right thing for the organization, for the people, for other stakeholders, and he's really good at finding win-win solutions that actually benefit everyone.
So I got to know Horace when I started here with the Restaurant and Lodging Association over 6 years ago. I do have the memory of knowing that upon first meeting him, this was somebody that I would grow to greatly admire and respect and appreciate, and that is absolutely what happened over the ensuing 6 years.
Horace is really a great motivator in terms of his actions. I think people that know Horace know that he's a fairly quiet individual, but he certainly leads through his actions and his perspectives. But his guidance in terms of understanding the overall business and economic factors that are out there and the influences on our business were imperative to us constructing really good supplier and supply chain relationships.
Horace is a man who truly lives out his core values in his everyday life. Consistently, I see him treat everybody with kindness and respect. I also have known him to be somebody who can very effectively balance his professional and personal commitments in a way where he always puts family first when it matters, which is something I greatly admire. And also, he is a man who's deeply involved in his community, very committed to helping others live their best lives.
Each year, Red Lobster partners with a local organization, the Paramore Kids Zone, and that organization helps kids mostly at risk. And one of the activities always included a football game. And so Horace was always out there. I think for each year that we partnered with that organization, Horace was out there on the field with those kids, playing football, and that was always good to see.
Well, I've known Horace for about 10 years, and I'm probably in a unique position that I've been able to serve on the board of Red Lobster for a number of years, sitting next to him, and then also on the National Restaurant Association board, sitting next to him as well. So I've seen him lead in both environments, and he's exceptional. Horace has come to be successful because he is what I call the ideal leader, in that he has the right kind of leadership ego. And what I mean by that is the leadership ego, you have to have humility and to let others speak their piece, but also the strength of character to know when it's time to make a stand. And Horace has been exhibiting that for as long as I've known him.
The FRLA Hall of Fame award means so much for me. I've had such a wonderful time with the organization. I've met such great leaders, and to be added to the august list of people who have received this award is a greater honor than I could have imagined.